you, and welcome back to Day 5, the final day of Rocky Railway, where Jesus' love pulls us through. And let's turn it over to Mrs. Jen. Hello.
Hi, friends.
Have you found this week has gone by so quickly?
So fast.
Kind of sped as fast as a train. Well, we have learned so much. I loved yesterday's lesson because it talked about the most important thing, and that's asking Jesus into our hearts and knowing how much he loves us. Now today, the Bible verse is John 15:12, and it says, "Love each other as I have loved you," meaning Jesus. And I think I've got some train trivia for you.
Ooh.
Okay, so listen to this. When trains first started traveling in North America, in the United States, they only had the ability to go one half of the country on one train and the other half of the country on another train, until finally they were able to make the two tracks connect, and they sealed the deal by putting this big golden spike right in the track.
Wow.
Pretty cool, hey?
That's so neat.
And now you can travel all over North America on a train. And Mrs. Jen, do you have one last Bible point to share with us?
Yes. Today our Bible point is Jesus' power helps us to be good friends.
Oh, I like that. You know what? It's really important to be not just friends, but good, loyal friends. Because sometimes we might think someone is our friend, but they're not very loyal. So we need to be loyal. And we have one last visitor to introduce us to.
We do. Today we're going to have a visit from Lawrence Elk.
Okay, well, let's watch.
I heard everyone was steaming ahead with the last day of Rocky Railway. Glad you're here. I'm Lawrence Elk, not a moose, not a ram, but an excellent elk. Male elks are called bulls, and me and my bull buddies like to hang out way up in the Rocky Mountains. In the winter, we move down where we can find grass. But in the spring and summer, we head for the hills. It's important that we stick together with the herd. Some elk herds are as big as 400 friends. Although my antlers are big and strong, female elk or babies don't have these, and a hungry bear is hard to fight off. Speaking of these amazing antlers, they are pretty incredible if I do say so myself. Sometimes they come in handy when other herds get too close to mine, or I need to show another bull that I'm in charge. Yeah, sometimes we butt heads, even in our happy herd. But I try not to get too attached. Literally, they fall off every year and I grow a new set. How cool is that? God also gave me a unique power to help me communicate with the herd. That's called bugling. It's a little like roaring and whistling at the same time. It keeps my herd close together where we can be safe. Our herd even has scouts, a few elk who stand watch while others graze. We have to look out for each other. Do you have friends who look out for you? Friends you like to call out to when you're sad or silly, happy or hurting? Or do you sometimes butt heads with your buddies? Maybe you need the power to forgive and love a friend when you're not getting along. You don't have to do that all by yourself. Jesus gives you his power to help be a good friend. Jesus gave this powerful command in the Bible. Love each other in the same way I have loved you. If you're butting heads with your buddies and not getting along, you can trust Jesus' power and follow his words. Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus.
No, just stay there. I've got it. No, it's fine. I'm taking care of it. Just stay there.
Wow, Cam, you seem really steamed up. Oh, it seems like he's really going off the rails.
You're not helping.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a train engineer thing. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, yeah? Try me. I bet I can track right with you.
Really? You're gonna have to stop with the train jokes.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well-
But one more. I'm all engine ears. Okay, I'm listening.
Fine. Well, so two people usually drive a steam engine. The engineer and the fireman.
A fireman? Like with a big red truck and a Dalmatian?
No, not like that. Like a fireman on a train engine is the person who shovels the coal and throws it into the fire to make all the steam.
Oh, okay. I'm tracking so far.
Anyway, we got a new fireman on my crew, and he is driving me crazy. He never ever stops talking. All it ever is, hey Cam, how you doing? I'm doing well. Hey, what's your favorite color? Mine's purple. Hey, you seem really old. How old are you? Oh, you're so old. Were you there when the train was invented? Hey, you want to hear a train joke? What do you call a train that's carrying bubble gum? A choo-choo train. That's so funny. Hey, why aren't you laughing, Cam? You don't like me, Cam. I don't think you like me. Well, that's okay. I'm going to make you like me. You want to hear another train joke? Why was the train so good at his job? Because he's in training.
Cam, it doesn't sound like you're being very nice to this person. It kind of sounds like you're making fun of them.
You just don't understand what it's like to be constantly interrupted when you're trying to work.
Oh, I think I have a pretty good idea of what that's like. Cam, being loving to others is so important. And if you're having a hard time being a good friend, you can ask Jesus for help. Jesus' power helps us be good friends.
Yeah, but what if someone just won't stop talking?
Jesus' power helps us be good friends. You should talk to Jesus, pray to him, and ask him for patience, and for the eyes to see this new crew member the way Jesus sees him. Maybe this guy's lonely. Maybe he needs someone to talk to. You never know what someone's going through. And sometimes the people who annoy us the most are the ones who need our friendship the most.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I'll have some time on this long haul on our next journey to practice being a good friend. I'm gonna need the power of Jesus. Would you mind praying with me before I go?
Of course I will. We'll wrap up here and then we can pray together before you go on your trip. And who knows, maybe Jesus put this guy on your crew so that you can show him Jesus' love like no one else.
Me? A job only I can do?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Well, I'm gonna finish putting the supplies together for our next trip and then I'll come right back here so we can pray.
Okay, sounds good.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in faces, for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole, and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. 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 This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. 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 Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Okay, now let's bring it down.
This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh, this train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Well, Rocky Railway boys and girls, can you believe this is the last day that I get to tell you a story from God's Word, a Bible story? But I want to talk to you today about being really good friends. You know, our Bible point today says that Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Do you have like a really good friend? We hopefully have lots of friends, but do you have one or two friends that are like your besties, your BFFs? I do too. And it's really amazing to have one or two people that you can share all your secrets with and know that they'll have your back no matter what you go through. Well, in our story today, found in 1 Samuel, we're talking about two friends. Now, there's a king in this story, and it's King Saul. And I know earlier this week we had a man named Saul, but it's not the same Saul. So King Saul had a son named Jonathan. And King Saul had been watching the shepherd boy named David. Some of you may know who I'm talking about. Well, David, even though he was young, God had given him the strength and the power to do mighty exploits, and he had won a lot of battles. And so King Saul recognized this, and he asked David just to come and kind of join him and help him run the palace. Well, David and Jonathan became really, really close friends. And David became really popular because he just kept winning battles because he followed God, and God helped him to win and defeat his enemies. Well, eventually, boys and girls, something nasty crept into King Saul. Can anybody guess what I might be talking about? I think some of you got it. He became jealous of David because some people liked David even more than they liked King Saul. Well, all of a sudden, things changed, and King Saul became really not nice. He became so angry at David that he didn't even want him around anymore. Well, Jonathan was put in a really hard spot. You see, here was his father, King Saul, that he knew he was supposed to be loyal to, but here was his best friend, David, and he wanted to be loyal to him as well, and he knew that David was following God. So as time went on, things got worse and worse, and the tension in the palace built and built, and King Saul just kept getting madder and madder at David. And sometimes he would get so mad, he would even throw a spear at David and try to kill him. Well, David and Jonathan realized that this situation just couldn't go on much longer. So they had a little chat, and they knew something had to change. And so they decided that it was best and safest for David to leave the palace for a while and to go and hide. And then Jonathan would stay behind and just watch his father and scope things out. And then after a few days, he would go out into the field, sort of where David was hiding, and he would just shoot a spear. And he said, and if the spear goes one way, it means it's safe to come back. But if the spear goes the other way, it means you have to stay in hiding. So David went and he found a hiding spot. Well, Jonathan kept watching his father, King Saul, but boys and girls, you know what? Things didn't change. King Saul was still angry, and he had men looking everywhere for David to kill him. So very sadly, Jonathan went out to the field and he shot the arrow in the sky, and it landed this way, meaning it's not safe to come back. It was really, really hard. They loved each other like brothers. They were that close. But they had to do something to keep each other safe. Boys and girls, friendships are awesome, and it's important to be loyal to our friends. And sometimes maybe things go a little bit wrong in a friendship, and we have to just be able to talk it out. And when we do that, God will help us. Jesus' power will give us the strength to be good friends.
Hi, I'm Renee and I'm 10 years old.
Hi, I'm Alina and I'm 11 years old.
Renee and Alina are great friends, and they live in the beautiful desert of southern Arizona. They love to hang out and be silly together. Their friendship has grown after they both joined an arts ministry at their church.
Ensos Manos is a creative art ministry. We do puppets We do shows and we do skits and stuff like that.
And sus manos is Spanish for in his hands. It's an art ministry that uses performance to share the love of God. There is dancing, acting, and music.
My favorite thing about performing is probably looking at the end, looking at all the kids all smiling and laughing and liking it.
Sometimes performances are serious, and sometimes they're fun and silly. Regardless of being silly or not, one thing is true. Being a part of En Sus Manos has brought the entire team closer together.
This puppet ministry helped us become better friends. And it's not just me and her,
Like other people.
a lot more. Basically the whole group. Our group, before, we were all friends, we were chill, but now we're really, really good friends. And we're always hanging out, we're always laughing, making jokes.
Jesus has used the ministry to bring the team together. This team of friends help each other to do the best they can to share God's love.
My friends, they helped me not be nervous because they were doing it too and they were nervous, but at the same time they supported us.
I was with my friends and I knew a lot of people from church, so was it that scary anymore?
Serving Jesus together has helped Alina and Renee become great friends, but they both know who the best friend is: Jesus.
He's one of our bestest friends ever.
He is.
Yeah.
Renee and Alina know that Jesus' power helps us be good friends.
Jesus helps me make friends. God knows that I'm doing this whole ministry for him. And so it just helped me become better friends with people. So he helped me be friends with a lot of people, but still worship him and praise him.
In the Bible, in the book of John, chapter 15, verse 12, it says, "Love each other in the same way I have loved you."
Jesus loved us all equally, so we should love everybody because as he says in the Bible, we're all brothers and sisters and love your enemies.
Jesus' power helps us be good friends.
That's such a cool story about two really good friends. I love how Renee and Alina, their friendship kind of came out of coming together at church, getting involved in a way to minister to other people, and God brought them together as really good friends. Do you have some really good friends? I've got some really good friends. In fact, my best friend, we have never even lived in the same city, but we both love Jesus with all of our hearts, and we love kids, and we just keep in touch the best way we can, and when we see each other, we're so excited. What do you look for in a friend? The Bible says that a true friend stays with you and is with you and helps you and supports you. When I'm looking for a good friend, I'm looking for somebody who I can just be myself around. I look for somebody who's going to be loyal. I'm looking for somebody who's not going to talk about me behind my back, but I'm really looking for somebody who loves Jesus with all their heart, because then I know we're going to have the most important things in common. Now, boys and girls, sometimes, even when both friends love Jesus, sometimes in friendships, things just go wrong. That's just normal. It happens with adults who love Jesus too. And when that happens, it's important to be able to talk to each other about it and even pray together about it. And hopefully that will help. But occasionally, boys and girls, sometimes it just doesn't ever get to be the same again. And that's okay, as long as you don't stay mad at each other. So I just encourage you, as you're looking for friends, just look for true friends of God first, and then they will help you and you will help them serve God together.
If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because, yeah, the word
Hey everybody, it's Pastor Sue welcoming you back to day 5, the final day of Rocky Railway, where Jesus' power pulls us through. It's been so great just sharing this week with you, and it's been so great for me to wrap up each day with my friends, William and Eliana. How are you both doing today?
Good.
Now, are you glad it's the last day, or are you kind of going to miss it?
I'm kind of gonna miss it.
Like, are you disappointed that we're not going to go on forever? Okay, maybe not forever.
But we can't go on forever.
No, we can't go on forever. That's right. Well, let me see how much you listened today. Now, we talked in train trivia about something really cool that happened to make travel easier on trains. Eliana, do you remember what that was?
Well, there used to be a train in the east and a train in the west. And then they connected the 2 tracks, so then there would only have to be 1 train across the country. And they
Awesome.
sealed the tracks with a golden spike.
Oh my goodness, you've got a really good memory. That's awesome. And I know we had a really great PowerPoint to end the week with. William, what is our PowerPoint today?
Jesus helps us to be good friends.
Very good. Jesus helps us be good friends. William, do you like to be a good friend?
Yes.
Me too. Good friends are really important. And loyal, faithful friends are really very special. And who is our most loyal, most faithful friend?
Jesus.
Jesus, exactly. And we had one last Bible buddy. And so, Eliana, why don't you tell us about our Bible buddy today?
Lawrence Elk. An elk.
An elk. And what's one thing about an elk that you thought was cool?
The antlers fall off every year, and each year they grow new ones.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing. You know, I actually didn't know that until just recently. Like, they actually just drop the antlers and they grow new ones back. Do you think we could do that with our ears? Probably not, no. Now you guys, you were part of the Rocky Railway Kids that sang in all of our videos this week, and you did a great job. You had to learn quite a few songs. So William, can you tell me what was your favorite song?
In You Alone.
Okay, that is a little surprising to me. I thought your favorite song was This Train is Bound for Glory. I was wrong. Eliana, what was your favorite?
We Can Trust Him.
Ah, very good. And that's got a really good message. And I like them all, but I have to admit, I really loved the Power Shuffle. And you guys did it great. Well, that's it. So, goodbye.
Bye.
Have a great day.